Hi everyone, welcome back to Gratitude Journal Part 3. I'm Darla Lucian from Darla Lucian Studios, I better not forget that. If you like what you've been watching, definitely subscribe, click like, and I love to hear your comments, your feedbacks. Alright, so we are just going to get going. I haven't done anything since the last video, so we are going to just work on I'm going to just see kind of how the spirit moves me, actually. Let's see. I think I'm going to work on this page. I'm feeling this one. All right, so get that out of my way for now. Alrighty, how can we do this? I'll use my little hammer. Maybe that'll have enough weight to hold that open for me. All right, so I need a tag here, and I need to do some more on this page. I think maybe some coffee dyed cheesecloth, perhaps. I'm thinking. What do we think? Yes, maybe. Keep that handy. All right, and then let us go ahead and start looking at some of the other things. So I had a collection of cards that we had gotten that kind of go with the fall Thanksgiving theme. Well, this one says happy birthday, but I thought the colors were good with the apples. This is a little too taupey for this page. That's cute. That actually might really go. I think that one's the one. All right, so here's something that's kind of fun. So if you get gift cards, like greeting cards sent to you, or gift cards too for that matter, then you can potentially keep the verse or, you know, the sentiment. Depending on where the writing is, you might not want to include the writing in. So this one is just cut off. And now you see that it's not going to be quite the right size, so I'm going to cut this down to size. I am going to use a bookmark. Alright, so I'm just going to use my Fiskars cutter, and we are going to just cut the edges off here. I am not going to save these bits. I am a save-aholic, as my whole family is afraid to throw away things. Could you use this for your journals? I'm going to put it in a video. But sometimes you just have to draw the line. And I'm not sure that I would use... I probably could find a use for a piece that big, but I have many pieces that big, I am sure. Or I could make some if I needed to. Alright. So now I've brought it down to size just a little. And I think that that'll fit in our side pocket pretty nicely. So let's see. Does it go all the way in? Oh, it's a little bit big yet, width-wise. So I am going to cut it just a little bit more. I was hoping to try to save some of the green on the sides because I really did like how that looks, but needs must. So here we go. Let's just not cut off the kitties, which is so sweet. Did I not get the top very straight? I think I didn't. Let's redo the top. Oh yeah, it's quite off. It's funny how a couple millimeters doesn't seem to make a difference until you try to square something, and then not so much. Alright. There we go. Alright. Yes, she is cute. And because it's white on the back, I think I might just do like journaling space on the back and decorate more on the front. It's kind of lending itself to that idea, just looking at it. Oh yeah, there we go. See, I wanted to see a little bit of the paper on the edge too, to just kind of frame it. Wow, is that ever crazy how close in color that is to her dress? Yeah, I really like how that looks. Okay, perfect. All right, so there's teal golds, and different shades of yellows. This one doesn't really have teal, but it's okay. All right, so first thing I'm thinking is maybe a little bit of paper. So I'm like looking through some of my collage bits. This is what happens, is you get little bits of papers. And these ones can come over here under my glue book for now. I've got a whole stack of papers there. I took one of the pages and just stamped alphabet stamps all over. So I was thinking, and then on this side, oh, my daughter was practicing too. So it's just to make my own paper essentially. But this is made out of book paper, which has a really cool feel. But that does not match the right colors for this one. And then again, I was stamping off. So you see how when you're stamping off, you can still use that little bit of ink that's left to create texture or pattern. These were a lot of fun, actually. All right, so I'm just going to slide those up here so that they're handy, but not right in my space. And then these things, again, are book pages, which I could probably use for reinforcements or tags or who knows what. But that'll go in my stack over there. So this is the blank book page that I had from, like, you know, when it doesn't, you know, at the end of the chapter where you have that extra bit. So I'm just saving this to line the backs of things for cards. And then this was just some different kinds of paper. So these are some of the collage bits. Ooh. They don't necessarily need the 2 little wishes, although, I mean, it's pretty writing, but what does it mean in this context? There's no wishes here. I really like how that looks. That's cute. All right. Well, that's definitely a go. All right. So, and I have calendars and I have magazine pages. And, like, you wouldn't think, like, this page is going to, like, when I look for magazine pages, I don't just look for what the picture is, although I do sometimes. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I look for the words. Do you see this part here? Doesn't that just scream, like, yes, I want to use that for fall journal. Also, I mean, her colors are interesting, but I wouldn't necessarily think fall with the red, white, and black. But that's what caught my attention there. And then there's some really pretty calendar pages. I have some of those in, and look at this one. Isn't this pretty? I'm going to have to find a special spot for that. So then this one, this was really interesting, I thought. I just like the color of this. So I might use that as a background bit. Also, I kind of like the idea of the mailing look to it. I'm just trying to keep my address covered here. There we go. All right. So let's see. Oh, there's that little scrap from when I did that center. So these are just little tiny bits you see. I keep these because you never know. I mean, these are going to coordinate in this journal because they're the right colors. And so I might just use them as trims. All right, so we decided that that was really good. But, you know, like this across the bottom might not be horrible either, right? Well, it is a little dark for what I like. The fact that this is kind of like this is like a drawing, and this is a drawing, whereas this is a photograph. So that one doesn't work quite as good to me. All right, I'm just gonna move some of these things down. So I ended up keeping this whole box of from an album that I bought, a photo album, and so I'm using it as my project box for this. So we'll see how well this works. So far, it's been all right, but I find I'm digging a lot. So again, like there's a whole bunch of these book pages, which I cut bits and pieces out of. It was a fairy tale book, and it was one of those like really, really ginormous ones. I think it was like 1.5 feet wide by 3 feet. Like, I mean feet. I don't mean inches. It was a big frickin' book. It was a treasury of fairy tales. It was a collection of all different kinds of different ones. Oh, yeah. So you see, these are some of my my painted off pages. which, I mean, they don't look like much, but this has some teal on, which may be useful in this particular grouping, like either side. All right. I'm going to continue to drop things onto the floor. And then I threw in some napkins because I thought that they would work really well. And, okay, we're at 10 minutes. All right, and so with napkins, I was thinking about maybe covering some tags, so definitely thinking about that for later. And I have some different interesting textures in here. Would that work for this? Not the dark browns for sure, but this is interesting. This is paper, but it is almost like a velvet finish to it. Like it's a really cool texture. Definitely goes, but maybe I'll pull it out just as a idea. This one is just a little bit too kind of almost pinky for that kind of orange there. Let's see what else we got in here. I'm going to keep these kind of on top because they're kind of texture pieces. I don't know, maybe. So I have some different kinds of things that I'd put together. There's that little bit that's a bit more orangey. And I don't want to use I don't want to use the papers that were right on this 2-page spread. So, for example, this one wasn't used, so maybe I could use it somewhere. This one was, this one wasn't. But doesn't, well, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. All right. And then, let's see. So sometimes I like to, I know exactly what I want, and the other times I'm just like, oh, let's play around and see what's going to happen. So that's kind of what's happening right now. Because I'm just kind of seeing what are some of the different kinds of things that I have that could go. This might be interesting. This is fiber paper, and then it has an embossing on it, which is, it's got so much texture. I really do like that. I think I've been hoarding it a little, to be honest. This is fun. This Bo Bunny. That might work. I wonder if that might not be the right shade. All right. Well, let's start with that. Let's see what we get here. Put this off to the side, all these bits. We bought, case in point of how I can't throw anything away. We bought these little pies. They were on sale. So I thought, okay, we'll give them a try. They're these just little individual pies. But look, it's not going to be a cute little window. I thought it might work good for this. So I'm not going to say that I bought the pie for the box, but the box is certainly handy. All right, there's my little piece that I'm trying to work on. All right, so let's just start comparing colors. That's not bad either. That changes the look, though. It makes it more springy to me, so I'm going to just say no on that one for right now. I don't know. I don't think this pattern is too big, and it's the right colors. It's beautiful. I'm going to keep it for perhaps the other side. We'll see. See, I still keep coming back to this. I really do like this, but this needs something underneath it too. Let's just see. What if I just fussy cut this out? And then that will give us a starting point. Where did I put my scissors? There we go. I am not fussy cutting it very close, but I'm going to get it a little closer than it was. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. see now, if I put a strip of color behind, that really shows up more, doesn't it? But that one definitely makes it feel like it's not part of the same page. Would this help? That's cute. I like how it kind of mirrors some of the brighter yellows down in here. That one is definitely a possibility. And these are all a little too dark, I think. Alright, well, there we go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually glue on here. Glue book over. And I was going to use glue stick, but I have changed my mind on that. Because this is fibrous stuff, and it does not like sticking with glue stick at all, as I recall. So I am covering the best wishes. Even though I thought we might actually like that little bit of writing. But maybe we'll put our own word on it later. Alright, so now I'm just going to put this on. I'm putting the whole thing on so that I for sure cover the whole spot. And then I'm going to turn it over and cut it off on this side so that I can see exactly where I need to cut it. Alright, so how did it turn out? Marvelous. Alright, so for this one, and again because we're using this fiber stuff, I am going to use the tacky glue. I tend to use tacky glue a lot because the different textures go together better with the tacky glue. Here we go. I'm definitely being generous because I do not want this to come off, and this is got the embossed side, so it's not going to have the same contact with the surface that it would the other way. So I'm just going to let it overhang a little. I think I like that idea. All right. Well, that's cute. All right, let's see about a word. A word or something. Okay, where did I put my... Oh, here we go. So I had collected in a little Ziploc baggie some of the words that I... Out of my collection of words that I thought would go with the fall theme. That's going to get some of this stuff out of the way. Oh, pardon me. I am so sorry. This might actually work yet. We'll just keep that handy. Alrighty. No, we're still grateful, I promise. I had this idea and then what are we using it for? We're not yet. Alright. Then we ended up starting on the other side. Okay, so what I did is I have fussy cut out bits and pieces from books, from magazines, like as I'm flipping through, when people give me things, like calendars and stuff, I flip through and I pull out the bits that sing to me. I mean, that's the easiest way to describe it. And then other things like just come to me because I think, oh, I could use that word somewhere. I know I could. And so like some of these like pumpkin ones and whatever, like I don't think that these are too big. These definitions, these were from Children's Dictionary, but don't you love that? I think that could be really great on the back of a card. Harvest. I'm very happy about that. Or like just these little acorns. How cute is that? And I have an acorn stamp that's almost the same size, which will actually be a nice mirror. Then I created some stamps. That's a thought too. I could put a stamp on. Oh, pardon me. I'm getting dry. Well, that's a possibility. Okay. Let's see. Definitions of love, celebrate, change. Love seems to fit, but it's too big. A day in the life of. That covers up one of the kitties a lot. It's cute though. Golden Harvest. Can God provide? October. Dreams, food for the winter. Remember when. Faithful, grandmother, journal. So here's something else I did with book pages. I took a stamp and I just stamped the word journal on there. So now it's like a label kind of thing. And I did this with like ruled paper as well. All these little faux stamps I made. What does this say? True friends. Oh. Did that work? And that's see-through, and then you can still see the kitty. Well, I kind of like that. Certainly the right distance for that. I don't like the direction this butterfly is. Isn't that too bad? These are just a bit dark. Something smaller would be better. I just want a little something for right there. I wonder if those leaves, those cloth leaves will work. Let's see. That's them there. Goodness, everything in its place. What a miracle. Okay. I think we might just get this journal card done and that'll be it. Okay, so these are just some silk leaves I've had for 100 years. That's not going to go under that thing very well. What if I put them on this side? I do like threes, more visually pleasing, but not this time. I don't know, this seems a bit dark. Ugh. Gosh, I thought that was going to do it. Maybe a yellow flower. Alright, so then the other thing is that I put together a envelope that had, well, maybe I should not mix these all up. Because I will regret it later. I know it would be easier now, but I will definitely regret it later. Alright, let's just get these going in here. Making these stamps was a lot of fun. A lot of it is stickers, and then I just put them on a little bit of cardstock to make them stiffer, which is nice for smaller pieces so that they don't get so easily bent. Oh yeah, this one, it's getting chilly. I thought that was good. A Beautiful Home is sweet too, but she's outside, so it didn't seem appropriate. And I've got Grandmother, but she's certainly not that, so thankful for grandmothers, aren't you? Alright, so this is kind of those kind of bits and pieces. I actually took out quite a bit out of here. Oh, this is quite a bit bigger than I was thinking. Oh, but maybe that? Maybe one of these with the, or two of those? What if I had a little piece of paper behind it? Like this paper, which is right here. Maybe that. Let's say torn bit. Or behind here even. What if I put a piece up there and mirrored it down here? And goodbye kitty after all. What if we tore it again? Like so. And like so. Ooh, I'm liking that. And then make that kind of like a pendant there. And then we would want a lighter colored flower. Maybe that one. Is that too big? I don't like the center, but I guess I have this little sequin I could put on the middle. Maybe too big? Just slightly smaller. All right, I like that. Let's do that. All right, glue stick. Now we'll see how the glue stick does for the vellum True Friends thing, because vellum tends to not like to be glued anyway. It really bows, but maybe if we put it in the book and close the book on it, it will behave itself a bit. True Friends, there we go. You see how these things kind of layer up. I liked how that looked. Now, which one did we decide this? I think that would disappear a bit. Alright. I'm going to overlap that a little. There. Alright. Oh yeah, this one's definitely coming up a bit. So we're going to try putting it in our book. And if we do need to do tacky glue later, we will. Just like that. Perfect. Awesome. So you've seen me do a journaling card today. Hopefully that will inspire you to get going on a few Thanksgiving gratitude journaling cards too, because in this journal I want to have lots of room to write the things that I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful that you decided to drop by and watch. So thank you so much, everybody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you too can be getting the videos as they're coming out. We'll talk to you in the next video.